But these videos, I mean, they came out in the first 48 hours. They were incredibly important. And you can be sure that the police have interviewed everyone you see in the video. Hopefully, these people, as soon as the food truck video came forward, called the police, went down and talked to them about everything they saw and remembered and tried to assist. White hoodie guy was among them. So when we go through it frame by frame, and it's worth doing, but let's remember the police have done this as well. I see a guy who's trying to up his game, picking up girls outside a food truck, down the road from the nightclub. He's I don't want to call him a dork, but I mean, he's trying to chat up girls. Anyone who has been in this sort of situation or gone to college knows that guys will do this. Maybe they're trying to go home with somebody. I think she's mocking him. You're right. Maybe she is taking that picture of him, raising her phone up high and putting the camera on reverse to catch him in the background. But then I'm curious, did she send that photo to somebody to say, look at this loser trying to pick us up at the food truck? The thing is, the police have talked to him and they cleared him almost immediately. So
well, you know what, though?
He has an alibi.
So I get it, but it happened really early, and the family's kind of annoyed that people get cleared so fast. I was actually surprised that people were cleared almost within the first week or two, it felt like. I don't think I'm wrong there. But here's the question I have. It takes hours and hours to go over these videos and look at every single, spot of action and then rewatch it for another spot of action. And a lot of people are noticing this, and we're 30 days into this story. So I just wonder if, 3 weeks ago, if Hoodie Guy was cleared, and now we're seeing Maddie appear to signal, or rather Kaylee signal to Maddie, look at this guy behind me, as all girls know, we've all done it, and then take that picture. Might they now reconsider and say, we hadn't seen that before? It might be time to ask, more questions of the guy in the hoodie.
Okay, except that when they say cleared, it means that they have absolute reason to believe this person is not a suspect. I mean, it's a really big thing when you clear a suspect. Now, let's agree. Sometimes they're watching somebody and they put them on the cleared list because they want to watch what they do to see if they implicate themselves further. But for the most part, they don't say someone's cleared unless they have verified, validated an alibi. And they know that person. Go ahead.
If there is a homicidal maniac out on the street who's prepared to jam a knife into 4 kids while they sleep, I would expect that the police would not say, nothing to see here, everybody's been cleared, so that they could just watch him. I get why they do that. I get that they want suspects to put their guard down, but I don't think they should be allowing the people of Moscow, Idaho to put their guard down because they think that guy has been cleared. Police do operate in different ways. I do want you to see one other thing before I run out of time, and then we can talk about all of it. There's another video after after Maddie leaning over and kind of looking to say something or yell something at the guy in the hoodie. If we roll that video right after she does that, Maddie points towards the street. Let's go full with that video so Casey can see it really well. If we go full up with that video, she points off camera towards the street, and it looks like she's trying to get her girlfriend's attention. She wants Kaylee to look, and then eventually Kaylee does kind of look up for her phone and look off. It's possible that's the ride that was taking them home, but I do think it's curious that they both acknowledge something happening off camera behind the food truck. What do you see there?
I think that they are about to get into their ride home. Here's the thing. Everyone's watched this video. Everyone knows who everyone in the video is by now. And first of all, I want to let you know, I agree with you. I don't think they should clear anyone. Everyone is a suspect until they actually catch the person responsible. And yet what I think they're trying to do is say, we talked to this guy and his alibi was ironclad. Frankly, I think the former boyfriend of Kaylee was cleared very quickly. And I would have loved to hear them say, instead of we looked in those phone calls and decided there's no involvement, I would have loved to have them say, we know for a fact where he was all night that night. I mean, if police can say that about White Hoodie Guy, ex-boyfriends, the rideshare driver, that would be incredibly helpful. At this point, them being tight-lipped is fueling the rumor mill, and I think that's half of this problem and why we're going over the video. The video is fascinating, but I don't think the killer is in the video.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on the clearing people quickly, but look at John Bonet's parents. They kept them under an umbrella of suspicion for decades. And so, I find it very curious that within hours and days, nothing to see here, and these people were, allowed to go their ways. Casey, good to have you. I can't wait to have you back. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.